Okay, so welcome back to the Switch Corner. Today we're doing our weekly rundown of some of our favourite deals right now on the Switch eShop. For everyone new to the channel, there's been a lot of you over the last few days, we're amazed. Thursdays we do this with games exclusively falling under $10. Saturday episodes like today, no price restrictions at all. Now before we do get started, we had two $25 Switch gift card giveaways last week, and I want to say congratulations to our first winner with a comment coming from Erdrick from Dragon Quest. Great name too. But yeah, email me directly and I'll get you hooked up with that code. My email, you'll find it in the video description below. Our second winner, that's coming up later in the video, so yeah, stay tuned for that. This week though, before we get started, we have two $10 US Switch gift cards to give away. All you need to do, tell us about your favourite gaming memory in the comments below. It doesn't need to be Switch related or anything. Mine personally was Speedball 2 on the Mega Drive. My dad constantly rented this one from like the local Blockbuster, and yeah, it's a memory I'll always remember. Not a good game by a far stretch, but it's a great memory and that's what matters. Plus, I always won. That though, it leads perfectly into our first pickup of the week, so hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as I do, and let's get started. Okay, so as always, check the pricing in the bottom left corner to see if it's available in your region. But coming in strong to kick things off, we have the Sega Genesis Classics Collection, or Mega Drive dependent on your region. Bringing together those 50 classic titles, it's an amazing collection and what I'd say is a little piece of video game history, but they've definitely added some modern day perks like live save states, the ability to customize controls, and even a rewind feature for those costly mistakes you're bound to make. It even has like nice refreshed HD graphics that should please fans out there. With a huge 60% discount though, it's a steal. Add it to your library. You're going to cover everything here from legendary platformers to beat 'em ups to RPGs. My favourites: Comic Zone, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Phantasy Star, and then of course Sonic. It's going to take you a while though to get through all of these, that is for sure. Okay, so while the Switch ain't exactly famous for its wealth of amazing first-person shooters, let's face it, one that does shine is the incredible port of Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. Released originally way back in 2013, it's found new life in this re-release, and what a great game it is, honestly. Take on the Wild West, telling the story of a bounty hunter out to capture some of the most legendary outdoors, so think like Billy the Kid and Jesse James, just to name a few. It's one of my top first-person shooter experiences on the Switch. It comes with a really strong recommendation, especially when you factor in the 30% discount happening right now. Just know though, it's single player only with a story mode and then like an arcade mode where there's like a top score system, but that's about it. Don't come here for multiplayer because there is no multiplayer. Okay, so with RPG fans having more than a few amazing options right now, I wanted to suggest something a little bit more unknown, and that's Shining Resonance Refrain. Story-wise, you're going to find yourself playing as Yuma here and a band of heroes on a quest to stop the evil empire from exploiting the power of ancient dragons and saving your home, Astoria. The Shining series has actually been going since like the early 90s, and if you're interested, the first 3 games actually feature on the Mega Drive collection we opened the video with. But yeah, I think this series is just like so overlooked now. Expect here an epic storyline with a ton of depth and great writing, a soundtrack that's suitably RPG, and then the gameplay. It's an action RPG. It's skipping over turn-based combat in favour of something a little bit more involved, so think like hack and slash with a stamina system that's attached to it. And yeah, there's going to be lots of specials as well. I really like this one though, and I like it even more with 33% off. So a quick one now, because I think a lot will already honestly have this in their collections, but Rocket League. With lockdown in full effect, this is just a great pick up and play title where you control a car and you're tasked with getting the football into the opponent's net. So yeah, football with cars, and it's absolutely amazing. Online is where it's really at though. You'll waste hours on this one if you just need something that's a little easier going, and I honestly, if you need that right now, I don't blame you. I've been playing this one a lot again recently. I've loved every moment of it. I keep on coming back, and with a 50% discount seriously lowering the price, this is a game that very few can actually match for online experience. So you want something that's going to make you laugh but with a fleshed out experience? I'd say South Park: The Fractured Butthole has you covered. Here you're the new kid in town trying to gain your place as part of a crime fighting band of superheroes formed by the one and only Eric Cartman. It's not for kids obviously, but if you're a fan of the South Park brand of humour, shall we say, it's a must own, and it couldn't be more true to source, with the storyline coming straight from the brains of Trey Parker and Matt Stone. This though, if you look past the great visuals then that mirror the show, it's a complete like RPG experience. You get story missions, meeting your favourite characters, taking on side quests, tackling turn-based combat all set on like this grid system. This is one of the only RPGs I know of that's full of dick and fart jokes. Even if you're not up to date on the TV series too, don't worry, this is definitely a standalone story where anyone can jump in. And I will say, for the hardcore fans out there, there's still a ton of fan service for you too. 75% off is an absolute steal for this one. Okay, so with us hitting the midway point of this video, our second winner for the $25 gift card from last week, Amit Agarwal, with this great little comment around Hellblade. Now remember to drop your favourite gaming memory in the comments below to be entered to win one of two $10 US eShop gift cards. But yeah, back on with the video. So next up, I like to throw in something I picked up, something I took a risk on, and that's this week Worldend Syndrome. I've got to say, I've enjoyed a few visual novel experiences like Raging Loop, AI the Somnian Files, Daedalus, what else? Steins Gate. So seeing a 67% discount on this one, I've given it a go. I'm a couple of hours in so far, so I can't really say much, but reviews I've found, they seem to be really favourable of this one. The artwork I can confirm is stunning, and the storyline sounds like it could be solid. It starts as like the new kid in a seaside town tale, nothing too dramatic, but it quickly escalates to a murder mystery. With multiple endings though, I'm confident I'm going to get my money's worth. So if you're a visual novel fan, maybe join me for the ride with this one, or if you've played it and it sucks, let me know in the comments below if I made just a huge mistake here. Sadly though, with this one too, it seems the discount, it isn't quite as good anywhere else outside of the US. I want to put that out there now. Okay, so let's fire through two AAA releases before we get to my last two suggestions of the week. And they're probably my favourites. But before that, I know I normally go for like the more unique games out there, but these two, they were just too good to ignore. Right now, these two, they're only available in the UK and Europe, but I'm confident they're going to hit everywhere else soon as well. First up though, Astral Chain, a masterpiece from Platinum Games, creators of legendary titles like Bayonetta, Vanquish, The Wonderful 101. It's just another crowning achievement for them. Jump into this visually stunning world and tackle some of the most fluid combat I've seen in a game, where you'll find yourself tethered to a robot sidekick that go by the names of Legions. Tons of flashy moves though, a storyline that's all based around clearing the city of an invasion. I paid full price for this, it was absolutely worth it. With 33% off, it's an absolute must buy, a strong recommendation from me. It took me a little while to pick this one up and I regret not getting it sooner, honestly. So this deal, it's insane. Dragon Ball Fighterz coming in strong with a monster 75% off. Now is the time to own one of the best 2D fighters on the Switch. Coming from the masters of the fighting genre, Arc System Works, they're the creators of the incredible Blaze Blue series. This is, to me, everything a fan would ever want from a Dragon Ball game. A huge story mode, solid 3 vs 3 combat, a great roster of characters, and then an online fighting community that is still very much active on the Switch, and that's kind of rare, honestly. On top of all this though, then expect the usual arcade modes, score attack modes, and a ton of unlockables. If you're a fan of the series or not though, if you like fighters, I'd say buy this. Just expect a little fan service you might not understand if you don't really follow your Dragon Ball. So horror fans, I'm making this one simple. Buy Alien Isolation. Originally released on the 360, it stands up to this day. This, in my opinion, is the game Alien fans always wanted, and a truly stunning reflection of its source material, while never messing too much with the lore, you know, it's telling its own tale that's set between the first and second movie. Story-wise, you're taking on the role of Amanda Ripley, who's out to discover what happened to her mother, Ellen Ripley, our kick-ass heroine from the movies we should all remember. Here though, you'll find yourself recruited by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation when the black box is found from the Nostromo years after the events of the first movie. So yeah, you set out to pick up this black box from a space station that's holding onto it along with a crew, and of course things quickly fall to shit in true Alien tradition, and before you know it, you're exploring this space station alone, trying to reunite with your crew, all while fighting an alien who has its eyes on you as a nice little snack. This stealth-like first-person horror is visually stunning and never lets up on the tension. It's the ultimate way to play this game with a docked or handheld, and it's one of the best ports we've received so far on the Switch. 30% off should be a steep enough discount to get into this one, and I strongly recommend it. Okay, so my top pick of the week, that's Slay the Spire. I've talked about it before. I'm sure I'll be talking about it for a long time to come. This is a piece of genius combining card deck building with roguelike elements. It works like this. Choose a character with a basic set of cards. Progress up a tower floor by floor with battles on each. Inherit new cards as you win these battles, and then die and repeat with a slightly stronger setup. This one you're going to sink hours into it, and completionists you can expect well over 200 hours of gameplay here. If long games are your thing too, I've done a series of games over 100 hours on the channel, so head there to check them out. I'll put them at the end as well. Tons of replayability here and an easy recommendation with this one. 25% discount, that's a really good price at this point. And that's the end of this week's video. Hit that subscribe button and bell icon to get notified the second we drop any new content. This week we actually have 3 really unique reviews coming up alongside our usual Thursday 10 deals under $10 and next weekend's amazing Switch deals you have to buy. Leave the video a like if we helped you out, and remember to drop a comment below telling me about your favourite gaming moment, your favourite memory, something that stuck with you, for the chance to win one of those 2 $10 Switch eShop gift cards. The winners, as always, announced next Saturday. Thanks for watching though, we truly do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support. The channel growth's been amazing over the last couple of weeks at this point. I can't thank all of you enough, and I'll see you all on the next video.